Hi there, Hufflepuff. Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are returning subscribers, you already know what to do. The timestamps are down below this video. But for those of you that are new, welcome. I'm Velvet Cat, a fashion illustrator and instructor in Los Angeles, sharing my knowledge and inspiration with videos about art, entrepreneurship, and with my newfound passion for tarot, pick a card collective readings like this one to provide you with answers for any questions you might be experiencing in your unique journey, advice messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you've never heard of tarot, you're completely new, or if you have heard about it before, I'd like to first start by saying that it is not what you might think it is. In my 1-year journey of doing tarot, after a lifetime of being a skeptic, I've come to learn that tarot is simply just a tool by which those of us that choose to awaken our innate spiritual gifts can either, one, provide you with confirmation for your own intuition, that gut feeling you might already be feeling, have within about what you are experiencing, or two, to guide lost souls towards their unique happiness with divine help. And by divine, for me personally, I mean God, angels, and spirit guides. But based on your belief system, that could be different for each of you. My channel is all-inclusive, judgment-free, and welcoming to all that would like to join me in this ripple of spreading happiness and love. Each new generation is breaking through destructive cycles with awareness, knowledge, and action to bring us all closer together. And there are many ways in which we can participate. So for me, one of those is through tarot. Now, what is a tarot pick a card video? Well, after this intro, I'm going to show you some options for you to choose from intuitively with what you're feeling. And as I said at the beginning of the intro for returning subscribers, the timestamps for each option are down below the video in the description and comments, pinned comments section, so that you can easily skip ahead to the pile group that you picked for a message that is most meant for you to hear. Since this is a general reading divided into just a small group of options for all viewers, not everything will resonate, but if within the very first minute you feel like it's just not vibing with you at all, then perhaps you didn't pick intuitively and you can go back and pick a different one. Plus, sometimes the angels and guides that I ask for answers don't always want to provide everything because they want you to take charge of your own life choices and to trust in your own divine protectors. So you ready to pick a pile? So these are the options you can choose from for your reading. We've got pile 1 with the king, pile 2 with the rook, pile 3 with the queen, and pile 4 with the bishop. So take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, so that you can pick intuitively and hear the most personalized message for you. Hey there, Hufflepuff, Group 1. This reading is for you if you chose the king here, the king chess piece. And we're going to be using Anthony's wonderful spread to answer these questions for you using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. Let's see what we have for you. Wow, okay, so you've got an interesting story, I feel here. For your first card, the first question, how can you replenish your cup? We got the Page of Swords. And that actually kind of aligns with the King of Swords, or King piece here. Because this one, I do take it as the King of Swords in tarot. And so it looks like you have that energy of the power of communication, energy in intellect, in inner wisdom, in knowledge. And so how can you replenish your cup? Be like this Page of Swords, which is going to continue learning. Never stop learning, since that is what energizes you. And look at the world with fresh eyes whenever possible, even as you age and you become wiser and more experienced. Keep that page energy. Pages are like the babies of the courts, and you are being called here to stay with that youthful mindset of learning and perhaps even sharing that knowledge as well. Then for your next question, where do you need to focus your energy? Interesting here, we got 2 of Cups. So as you can see here, there's a couple having a nice dinner date, and even the cats are like exchanging gifts with each other. So I feel like, because this energy can be taken in different ways. I feel like depending on your situation, if you're in a relationship, you need to pay attention to that relationship and how the energies are being exchanged there. Is there an equal give and take? Or is there an energy drain? Or is anyone being forgotten? If it doesn't involve relationship, it could still be your family, it could still be even yourself, and it could be your friendships. This is here because perhaps even if you don't realize, the relationships you have in your life, romantic or not, do energize you as well, in addition to knowledge. They do make you feel special, they do bring sunshine into your days. And this makes sense that you would choose the King here, because the King of Swords can become a bit cold-hearted if not staying aware about everything in their surroundings, or at least about the relationships, like this card is calling you to pay attention. Then for your next question, what aspects of your life requires more patience? Here's a similar message. It says 5 of Wands, or you got 5 of Wands with 5 of Cups. See here how there's all of these people, they're kind of like having a bit of a disagreement. Even the animals are howling at each other. And then in the 5 of Cups, she ends up alone in this party. So that is why you are being called to nurture your relationships, respect them, value, don't take them for granted. You don't want to end up alone. Perhaps you're pushing people away. Maybe you need a little more patience with the people around you. It looks like here, because both of these are 5s, and 5s represent change, this could be a certain pattern, a certain habit, a certain belief, a certain something within you that is being challenged and that you need to learn to overcome, to cooperate with the people around you. Be open to listening in addition to speaking. And then for your question, where can you bring more balance in your life? We got the 10 of Swords. So as you can see here, he has been brought down by all of these swords, which could reflect darkness, and it could reflect stress, it could reflect drama and toxic information perhaps. So with this card being here, what type of information are you absorbing from the news and social media? And with expression, how can you communicate more authentic with heart so that you can connect with the people around you? This could also be a card about stresses, as I mentioned, with work and overloading yourself with constantly needing to be active. Maybe that's where the media comes in, like you want your brain to be active, and so you put your brain into media. Or since, how I mentioned, you always want to be active, then you might be overdoing yourself, like not just in work, but then you go home and then you continue working. So that is why this card is here, to bring a light into you asking yourself if that is what you're doing, and to be able to balance it out, to relax, to allow for moments of quiet that you can then spend with those around you that love you. And lastly, for what needs tending in your life, we got the Wheel of Fortune. And as you can see here, this is everything in life, from love to school to house to home, everything. And so perhaps this could be here because each one of you, there's so many things that could be tended to. I can't say one specific thing because for one of you it could be home, for another it could be love, for another it could be everything. I mean, I keep saying everything here, but there's just like an overload of information here. And you will know what it is for you that does need tending, in addition to the relationships that I already mentioned. For example, are you neglecting your health? Or are you neglecting your home? Or your finances? Or that peace of mind that I was saying? The Wheel of Fortune is representative of blessings in your life, beautiful surprises and changes that happen to direct you from one way to another so that you can live your best possible life. Before I close the reading, I did actually come up with this idea where I wanted to use my Harry Potter books to pass over to you an additional final message. Let's see which book has that message for you. This one. This is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Which page has that message for you? Right here. It says, but Harry had suddenly remembered. He should have told Dumbledore. He should have said it straight away. I feel like for you there are some things left unsaid. Some things you're holding back. And it's much better, as it says here, to say them rather than hold them back as grudges or as fears. It's much better to let things out, whether it comes out with a positive or negative response. Not that I'm saying to hurt people, no, not in that sense. But if, for example, there's some type of feeling you want to tell someone, maybe you love someone, maybe you're liking, but you don't say it, you just show it. This is asking you to open up about that. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm still a new YouTuber, every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. You could also turn on the notification bell button so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you on my next one. Hey there, Hufflepuff Group 2. This reading is for you if you chose this tower chess piece here. And today we're going to be using Ethany's wonderful spread of questions, as you can see here, to provide you with some insights that you might need to hear right now using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck. Let's see what we have for you. Wow, so you Hufflepuffs seem to be needing to pay attention to your relationships because you got the Lovers card here, and pile 1 got the 2 of Cups, which are very similar energies. All right, but before I get into it, first, how can you replenish your cup? We got the Page of Cups here. And this is one energy, as you can see here, of a creative, not just artistically, but also in creative thinking, writing, and anything else like cooking, or the way you live your life. Maybe you love dressing up, or dancing out in nature, or living some type of eccentric life. And with this, I feel like it's confirming for you, it's encouraging you to keep doing that. This is your true essence, and this allows you to bring your best in any type of work, even if it's not artistic. Then for where you need to focus your energy, we got this card, Seven of Swords. And this is one of letting out secrets, or opening new information, unlocking information, because especially from here in this card, there are these books, and there is this guy that is kind of sneaking about, and behind him there is darkness, but he's walking towards this information, these books, and taking swords, which I take as the element of knowledge and intellectual wisdom. So I feel like for those of you that are opening up into spiritual awakening or learning new concepts like multiple dimensions and aliens and other types of spirituality, this is actually good for you to focus on that. But if that's not you, then this could be about unlocking information in your choice career so that you can bring in new insights and new actions that benefit your goals. Since this is also a card of warning against thieves and lies, then perhaps for some of you, you do need to be a little more careful in protecting yourself, protecting certain information, certain knowledge, being a little private with certain things. And for what aspect of your life requires more patience, you got here the Ace of Wands and Four of Cups. So as you can see here, this is similar to this energy of creation. She has the paintbrush, the music, the map, the book. And right here, this guy is creating as well. It's like his little enterprise, his little shop here. So with where you need to be patient is yourself and your skills and your knowledge. You don't need to be the best at the very beginning if you're starting something new. You need to be patient with how much time it actually takes to learn something, to get something off the ground. Otherwise, you'll be stressing yourself out with expectations, always looking ahead, not being present, and comparing yourself to the future you rather than being grateful and excited, feeling proud and accomplished for what you currently are achieving. Be patient for the opportunities coming your way as well. This one, the Four of Cups, is one of being offered a new opportunity and maybe not seeing it. So if you're constantly rushing, doing so many things, you might miss out on the good opportunities by just allowing anything to come your way, by saying yes to everything. That's why it's good to be patient. It's important here. It's calling you to be patient because opportunities will always be there. Do not think that you'll miss out if you don't say yes to everything right now. And for where you can bring more balance into your life, we've got the Lovers. So that is what I was saying in the beginning about your relationships being important. It looks like you need to find some type of balance in your social life and time for yourself, or some type of balance in the energies, perhaps like being more aware of how people make you feel, so that then you can kind of distance yourself from those negative ones or gravitate more towards the more positive ones. As you can see here, they're out in a festival looking environment. So maybe some of you are constantly going out clubbing and partying, and like that's where you're being called to have a little more balance on that so that you can achieve your dreams. And for those of you that are wanting love, you might need balance there, because if you're constantly thinking about love and feeling like this Four of Cups where it's like, when are you gonna get it? It's never working out. If you're constantly in this like obsessed, negative, sad energy, you're just repelling true love longer. And since you got the Lovers card, I have no doubt that you can meet a beautiful relationship, a beautiful soul to partner with in time with patience. But if you're already in a relationship, then this could be balancing your time with work and that relationship, your family, your kids, if you have any kids, to where you're not just focused on work rather than them, rather than this love, or where you're just focused on this love rather than your work. And lastly, what needs tending in your life? We got the World card. So this is one of, as you can see here, she's relaxing out at the beach. Perhaps you need a break. That could be why this is here. Like, you need to learn to flow with life. How I mentioned, opportunities are always there, especially nowadays with online communication and exposure. So if this is also involving an online presence, then this could be that you need to nurture that fan base, nurture that network with patience and without losing yourself. And for some of you, I got an additional final message that perhaps you actually want to contribute something to the world, like whether you want to contribute to animal rights or human rights, or something that you just want to be able to set a really positive footprint. And that could be what you can focus on. This is confirmation here. This card is a beautiful confirmation for you to do so. Perhaps by volunteering your services so you can learn from others and then do your own thing if that's what you want. Before I close the reading, I did want to get an additional message straight from the books. This is my collection of Harry Potter books, and so let's see which one has that message for you. Okay, this one, immediately. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So let's see what message we have for you, what page. Right here. This part says, "Haven't been spying," said Snape, hot and uncomfortable and dirty-haired in the bright sunlight. "Wouldn't spy on you anyway," he added spitefully. "You're a muggle." And this message is actually bringing me to either how you could be feeling excluded, perhaps you could be dealing with bullying, or in your past, or you're seeing this happen. It doesn't matter what the timeline is, whether it was in your past, current, or even in your future. There seems to be someone that needs to stand up. And perhaps that could actually be you, like standing up for these people, speaking up, not just facing away, ignoring that this is happening. And if it's happening to you, same thing there, speaking up about it so that you can get protection, because it's not right to be treated like that. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you chose this beautiful pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm still a new YouTuber, every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. You could also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, Hufflepuff Group 3. This reading is for you if you chose this wonderful queen piece here. And we're going to be using Ethany's wonderful reading, wonderful questions that she created for you to answer and provide you with insights that you could need to hear right now. All right, let's see what we have for you. right, so I used the Everyday Witch Tarot deck to get you these cards, and usually in my readings I do take reversals, but for this spread, because it's not my own, I decided to not take them. That is why I flipped some of them right side up. And for your reading, how can you replenish your cup? We got the Tower here. So actually this one kind of makes sense why it was reversed. I feel like for this card specifically, it's about charging head on with courage towards what you fear. And so that is how you can replenish your cup. You can strengthen yourself by pushing through these obstacles, overcoming your fears. One little bit at a time, it'll become easier. Allowing for these changes to happen in life as well. So like how I'm saying to push through or allow, you can decipher for yourself based on the event, based on taking a moment to think through things that happen and what you are meant to learn from them, so that then you can decide, okay, is this something I need to fight, or is this something I need to let go? Which option will bring me a better future? And I feel like for you, it could be scary to stand up for yourself, to face your fears, to speak up, to lead with courage, because of how in this tower, it's kind of like maybe you've been living a sheltered life, and so you only know what was in this tower, but you have to break yourself free. You are being called to break yourself free. And that's why I was saying, like, it'll take a little bit at a time. It's okay. Don't like get mad at yourself or crush yourself if you didn't speak up about something, or you let a certain cycle repeat itself. Instead, let it go and be like, okay, so that didn't work out. Next time next time I will speak up, and keep trying each time. At some point you will do it. And I know this, I can vouch for this myself because I used to be like that. In time, you'll become like this queen here. I actually take her as the Queen of Wands or Queen of Swords. Sometimes swords, sometimes wands. Right now, it's kind of both. And so this means that you can become this positive leader energy that is both masculine and feminine, that has the courage and confidence to strive for what you want, but also the nurturing heart to listen to your intuition and be of service to others. Now, for where do you need to focus your energy, you got the Chariot. So because we've already started with 2 major arcanas, I feel like you are most definitely destined for great things in your life after you can overcome these obstacles and become this queen energy. We've got the Chariot for where do you need to focus. And the Chariot is one of, how I already mentioned, moving forward with courage. Perhaps you can actually set a challenge for yourself to become confident by doing one scary thing per day. And by placing yourself in environments that do challenge you, not negative environments, but environments that will challenge you to become a better person. Perhaps by attending events, trying out for a new sport, doing that one thing you've been wanting, but you've been pushing it off, like getting your car or getting a bike or taking that trip. You're encouraged to make a decision and go for it. There is no right or wrong here. Then for what aspect of your life requires more patience? You got 4 of Swords and 3 of Wands. And this 4 of Swords, as you can see, she's resting here. So if you need time to think, you can also be patient with that. Like how I was saying, pick something and go for it. If you're not ready just yet, be okay with that. Be patient with yourself to decide. Or if you're not able to just yet, depending on when you're watching this reading, like maybe there's something blocking you from getting out of your home, going out on that trip, attending certain events, be patient with that as well. Also with this 3 of Wands, this is one of being aligned with your life path. Maybe you're kind of pressuring yourself to know everything, to figure your life out, to be perfect or be accomplished. And so you are being called here to be a little more patient with that, with yourself. The answers will come. So where can you bring balance in your life? We've got the Page of Swords. And this page is someone that is learning. As you can see, he has all of these books behind him. And he's striving for knowledge. So maybe that is something that you could be rushing with. Like you want things to happen already. And you want all the answers. You want to figure out your life path. Well, there is that balance of knowing what you want, believing in yourself, but also having the intuition to release things and to flow with where you are being led. Some of you, perhaps this could be about if you are going to school or taking an online course or learning something, you could be like overdoing yourself in absorbing all of this information, and that is crushing your brain. It's good to learn. It's amazing to learn. But just like working out exhausts the body and then the body needs healing, same thing happens with the brain. Now to complete your reading, what needs tending in your life? Look at this, 9 of Cups. So this is one of abundance, accomplishments. And as you can see here, she's relaxing, she's enjoying what she has achieved and knows that she'll achieve more. So as I've been saying with the reading, it's not about knowing everything and being everything all at once, because who do you need to prove yourself to? You shouldn't, since this only causes headaches and stress and pain, and then it actually starts affecting your body. Be mindful of how much work you're putting in. Be mindful of your thoughts, your thinking patterns, and work on one skill at a time or a couple skills. But like I've been saying, be patient with those skills. If you do notice that you have a lot of time on your hands, then that's great time to nurture your skills that you still need. Before I close your reading, I did actually get this really cool, fun idea in which I use the Harry Potter books to provide you with an additional final message. Let's see which book has that message for you. This one. This is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And let's see what page. Here we got. He tried to jinx me in case you didn't notice, fumed Harry. I had enough of that during those occlumency lessons. Why doesn't he use another guinea pig for a change? What's Dumbledore playing at anyway, letting him teach defense? Did you hear him talking about the dark arts? He loves them. All that unfixed, indestructible stuff. Well, said Hermione, I thought he sounded a bit like you. This is funny because it's making me think of how, like, at this time, Harry Potter, this was like let's see which one it is. Okay, Half-Blood Prince. This is the 6th book. This is before we find out that Snape is actually on Harry Potter's side. And how all throughout all the movies and books, we thought Snape was a bad guy, but then we, spoiler alert, find out that he's not, that he's been protecting Harry. So there seems to be something here that perhaps you're kind of reacting to unnecessarily because you're misunderstanding things, you don't know all the details. And also, because of how Hermione said, he sounded a bit like you. This could be reflecting like a soulmate, a twin flame, someone that is triggering you because they're reflecting back at you the things that perhaps you're insecure about, or you're not liking them without realizing that it's something you're actually wishing you could do, but then you kind of... So since perhaps you can't, then that's where a little bit of envy comes in. There's a reason here why this situation, this person is triggering you. And you can actually take a different perspective on this by asking yourself, what can you learn from this and why do they make you feel that way? You might find out some new things about yourself and learn something here. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, since I'm still a new YouTuber and every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. You could also turn on the notification bell button so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you in my next one. Hey there, Hufflepuff Group 4. This reading is for you if you chose the Bishop chess piece. And we're going to be using Anthony's wonderful spread here with these amazing questions from her channel. I highly recommend you check her out to provide you with some insights that you might need to hear right now after watching this timeless video. Let's see what we have for you. For your first question, by using the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, how can you replenish your cup? We got here the Two of Cups. So depending on your situation, this could be taken in multiple ways. This is about emotions, emotional healing, emotional health, and so you can replenish your cup with your relationships. Perhaps if you are giving too much or not giving enough, and what type of energies you're being surrounded by. This could also be about self-love. Like here in this image, it's a couple, but often the Two of Cups is also about giving towards yourself, learning to love yourself, so that then you know what type of boundaries to set on the people around you and who is good or not in your life. The reason I'm also saying this, by the way, is because of the Queen of Wands here, which I'll go over in a little bit. But so with this one, you're being called to become aware of the people you're surrounding yourself with. Are they supportive? Are they encouraging? Do they listen to you? Do they show actions of love? Or do they cause arguments? Do they take more than they give? Do they expect a lot from you and not listen to you or understand you? Of course, relationships are never perfect and life is not perfect. There's bound to be certain arguments. But if this is a constant cycle that is just draining you, then that is why you are being called to pay attention to this. To become the Queen of Wands, be fiery, stand by your boundaries, and not let that down. Like not giving your boundaries just because you want to be loved, for example. And for those of you that are singles and you do notice positive traits in someone, it's about filling your cup by not fearing this to flow, this new love to flourish. You can be vulnerable with the right people, with the right person. That shows true love right there. But if you realize that when you're vulnerable, they turn against you, then they're not the right energy, you can walk away. And that's okay. You'll find the right person in time, especially by staying authentic to yourself and knowing your boundaries. See right here, where do I need to focus, or where do you need to focus your energy? You got the Queen of Wands. This is focusing your energy all on you. I feel like this is your time, whether that means with loved ones, with friends, or by yourself. I feel like this card is here for those of you that forget about yourselves, or for those of you that don't believe in yourselves and that you deserve anything good. And this is not just about focusing on yourself as in buying yourself a bunch of expensive things, or just dressing up to look hot. I mean, you can do these things, but it's also about taking care of your body, your health, your mind, And it's also about focusing on your creative talents, your dreams, your goals, and your future. Then for what aspect of your life requires more patience, we got the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you actually have a lot of potential to become financially abundant, and perhaps you might be not believe in that, or you might be hesitant to do so, or have expectations that you want to happen now. So that is why this is here telling you to be a little more patient with that. It takes time to nurture that abundance, that success. But since you got the Queen and King here, you most definitely can. You just gotta put in the work, because then for where you need to bring more balance into your life, we got the Page of Cups. This is one of putting in the work, of being creative, working on your crafts, on your skills. And since it's here to balance out your life, perhaps you need to pay attention to what you're spending, what you're doing in your free time, or in your time in general. Are you working on your goals? Are you working on yourself? Are you completing those projects or starting the ones that you said you would? And like the reason I'm asking this is because it's right next to this king that is holding a cake and a wine, which represents kind of like a bit of splurging on yourself. Like, are you spending your money on your future, or are you spending it on instant joy, on temporary pleasure? Then for what needs tending in your life, we got this card, the Three of Wands. See, this is reflecting what I'm talking about here. This is the card of your life path, your passions, your future, being aligned with your goals. And that needs some tending, because perhaps you're putting it on the side burner, especially if you expect things to be successful now, or you believe that there are certain requirements that you need to achieve now. And so you're constantly being busy with other things that are not aligned with your future, with your passion, where your money is coming in and out, invested in things that are not contributing to your future. And also, before I close the reading, the Two of Cups does also often have the element of health, the little symbol of health. So with this, how you can replenish your cup, perhaps you need to pay attention a little more to your emotional well-being and physical health as well. Just wanted to throw that in there. Before I close the reading, I actually had this awesome, fun idea where I wanted to use the Harry Potter books that I have to provide you with an additional message. Now let's see which book has that message for you. This one. This is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Let's see what page. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you got this quote. Oh, it's a long one. And oh, this is the sorting hat that burst into a song. So I highly encourage you to look up the song so you can see what additional messages it has for you. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but it does start with, in times of old when I was new and Hogwarts barely started. So this is the Sorting Hat song. And this is the part where I landed on. The houses that, like pillars four, had once held up our school, now turned upon each other and divided sought to rule. So I feel like with this, it's for some of you choosing to have the courage to leave the situation, to leave your environment, leave the nest. And for others of you to analyze your situation, maybe there is some division, and how can you unite everyone? That is what I get from this part, but like I mentioned, I highly encourage you to look up the entire song. Really cool. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, comment down below that you chose this pile and what you're excited or not excited about hearing. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since I'm still a new YouTuber, every engagement counts to expose my channel to others that need a little encouragement in their lives. You can also turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every week. I'll see you on my next one.